Hi, Pandemic Nation. This is your host Leo speaking, and today I will talk about, about what everyone is talking about it right now. If you believe that thoughts are energies, by thinking about something, we create a collective energy field. Well, holy moly, I guess coronavirus has the biggest field in the last 75 years. I decided to start this podcast because something big is happening in the world. It is more significant than you might think right now. And I guess for some reasons, I have a microphone, a computer, and a lot of stories to share with you, and I'm doing it right now. Well, there is an unseen virus killing thousands of people. There is a lockdown in many countries, the economy is stopped and nobody knows when and how it will be brought to life again. I'm talking with you from Italy, the heart of the pandemic, and today is March 20, 2020. And I guess my main message is there is something bigger than COVID-19. Something that we're living for a long time now. We live in a world of pandemic of fear. Fear of others, fear of differences. The rise of extreme right parties all over Europe in the last years showed us this pathological path. And COVID-19 only revealed it on a larger scale, and this is only the beginning because, when it all finishes, all of us will have to decide. Should we shake the hands of our neighbors, go closer, interact with someone, eat in a Chinese restaurant, go study abroad in Italy, for example, and so on and so on. And there will be a lot of fear. People will be afraid to approach other people. This is a very interesting thing that is happening right now because this virus is invisible, and because it kills so many people, you might start kind of feeling unsafe everywhere, like basically everywhere, and every person is an enemy because you don't know, maybe they're just asymptomatic and they have this virus and they will just contaminate you. This means that this pandemic of fear in which we are living for many years now, or centuries, or I don't know, will get even bigger. Right now it's hard to make any prognosis about the future. For sure there will be superpowers that will speculate on the situation. And what is clear, and I guess it's clear, that this crisis will bring up all the problems in governance in different countries, the issues of communication between European Union countries and others, and the need for systematic media literacy because, with all this fake news going on, it's very dangerous, and we now understand that it's dangerous because we don't know what to trust and what not, and all the problems with healthcare, education, infrastructure, and so on. You just can turn on the TV and they're all there. Everything will come to the surface to be cleaned. So what will happen next? Well, in my humble opinion, as just a citizen, some nations will be transparent about the issues and some will silence the problem. But unlike the Caribbean crisis or Chernobyl catastrophe, for the first time in the human history, the information travels faster than the virus itself. And silencing the problem will mean basically building a totalitarian regime on life, This is a war, a global war, but this time the enemy is invisible and there will be no countries that will win or lose. or we all win or we all lose. And this will be hard to explain to those who live in the old mentality of concurrence, Also on the economical level, there will be a lot of speculations and people who would just want to profit from the situation. If managed wrongly, the thing that today looks like a health crisis will develop into a global economic crisis and after into a worldwide war. A war started by an invisible enemy but led by human fear and greed. There are two ways out of it. We all become one and we just feel our oneness. And when I say all, like all human beings, like those who are affected directly and those who lost their income because of the economical crisis, those who are worried about their businesses, and those who are right now in power, governing and manipulating public opinions. Everyone just decide to be one and feel each other's pain and help each other and contribute and so on. Or these differences, this lack of solidarity, the urge to make more money, create more buzz, will create the most significant disruption on Earth. And, if you're listening right now from a country that is not directly affected and you think it's not about you, well, think again, because it is global. I think it's not up to us to decide when all this will stop because nobody knows. And it's not up to us to figure out the measures to protect our nation. We have government for this. What is up to us to decide is tomorrow when the quarantine stops, will we shake the hand of our neighbor? Will we open our door for a refugee? We will go study medicine or make some other work for our community? And I think most important, will we change our habits and overcome our fears? It is up to us to stop this pandemic of fear, and I think it is the best moment in the history to start realizing this, because this virus just make it so obvious. I don't know. What do you think? Just let me a comment in Facebook or Twitter. You can find me by Leo Storyteller. And I think this is all for today, for this first improvised podcast. And you can also listen to my podcast in French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Russian. Till next week. Take care, wash your hands, but don't forget to sanitize also your mind and soul. Ciao.